NFTs lend a tangibility to digital art that hasn't always existed and provides incentives for prospective buyers and patrons. This, in turn, helps artists build their profiles and reputations while making money off of their work. You might have noticed all this news flying around about various businesses investing in this thing recently blowing up called NFTs. But what exactly are NFTs, you may be wondering? For that, let me explain. An NFT, non-fungible, that being reproducible or replicatable or interchangeable token, is in essence a unit of data. This data is stored on a blockchain that can be traded around said blockchain for real money. The blockchain in question being a network that is made to handle the various transactions that involve cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin, for example. But getting back to NFTs, they on paper, or rather not on paper, sound as if they can be a solution for giving something that isn't tangible, rather digital for example, a real tangible value. Well, except that you don't own said item, or NFT, or rather what is made to represent an NFT. You see, what you instead own, per se, is a place in a queue on a blockchain to have the right to be next to a unique code. Said code that is notably represented by something digital. Really anything digital, such as paintings, games, music, and even memes. Yes, even memes. But regardless of whatever NFT that you purchased that reflects a digital product, it does not necessarily mean that you own said product. All you really own is a receipt to said position, where you are next to said position and don't actually have any real ownership of the item in question. All you own is a position in a blockchain represented by something that is digital, say a digital painting. In other words, an NFT is something that says that you are associated with a particular thing, with the catch being that you don't own anything more about the NFT than if you didn't have the NFT. You just have an association, or rather a status symbol. You might have noticed that once NFTs have started blowing up, there was almost as instantly an overwhelming amount of feedback on the idea. Almost all of it being negative, however. So negative, in fact, that any companies that were once considering the idea of an NFT, of using NFTs, would back away from it soon after. At some point, anyway. Not all companies, however, as it seems that just about almost every major company out there wants to dabble in this idea. An idea that's pretty tempting for these companies, as all it requires is said companies to take the existing assets that they have and mint them into NFT versions of said assets, thus technically creating a new item. NFT art in particular rarely has someone custom making said art for the purposes of an NFT. For besides existing assets, NFTs are either computer generated by an AI, made out of stolen art by someone else, or even based off of existing people, both living and dead. Those last two in particular being especially egregious, as those who mint those NFTs often don't own either of those things, so the fact that no one technically owns the contents of an NFT, coupled with the possibility of people making NFTs out of stuff they don't even own makes for what many have called a big shame on those naive to buy into this idea.